Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. But when I'm catcalled in the street,
Whiny feminist bullshit. Check.
when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me,
Oh, men are stupid. Check.
pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or I might just literally get murdered.
Oh, victimhood. Check.
So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
Bestest women's ever. Bingo. Bingo. I got women's bingo. Howdy, one and all. I am Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and welcome to the beginning of my review of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Hot take, this show is trash. Utter, complete, feminist, women's agenda trash. You saw it in that opening clip. That moment. Oh, it's throughout the entire episode. And again, hot take news flash. This entire episode, you basically saw it all in the trailer. Oh man, we are in for a good one, folks. This show is everything that is wrong with Marvel. And to boot, it's not remotely funny. This show has zero comedy in it. This was my face most of the time. Because it's not funny. Every attempt to be funny is met with complete and utter failure. Oh, I don't cover Marvel stuff. I made an exception from this one. And you know what? I'm glad I made an exception because this deserves to be roasted. Because it is insulting, not only to the source material and the fun that was She-Hulk, but to you, to me, to anybody that used to love the MCU. There are moments in this episode that deal with serious, important, heart-wrenching ideas about what it means to be seen by others. And they make light of it, all for the sake of the women's agenda. Oh my goodness. We're going to go through this. We're going to stop to point out where it's terrible, where it's making light of things, where it's revealing its agenda in all its glory, all the way to the end where, again, let's run a joke that really nobody cares about into the ground in an attempt to be funny, which it is not. So buckle up. She-Hulk, episode 1. Let's get it on.
Now you just have to top it off with a Savage Jen Walters look.
What? I don't have a Savage Jen Walters look.
There it is. Now it's perfect.
Okay. Really? Do you think so?
Yes, come on. It's amazing. It's so great. Jen, there is a reason why you were handpicked to go against GLKNH, okay? The leveling up is happening.
There you go. Affirmation. What her O's journey doesn't begin without the affirmation. You're so great. You're awesome. You're gonna do great. Here's your big shot. You're gonna go do great things. After they've kicked the man out of the room, because no man can mansplain him. No man with maybe perhaps more experience if he is a partner where she isn't in this law firm that they're in. Explain, no, maybe your closing argument needs a little work. No. It's perfect because she's a women's. She don't need no man to explain things to her. Hence the theme of this episode. Jennifer Walters doesn't need anybody to tell her how to do stuff because she's already perfect. She already knows how to do everything just after being told it once. And of course, no mansplaining allowed because it's about her. Me. That's this show in a nutshell. Me, Jennifer Walters. I'm a selfish, narcissistic bitch. Insufferable bitch. Jennifer Walters, even in She-Hulk form, is insufferable. And it starts right here in this scene. After the affirmation, she turns around and goes, oh, hello. Breaking the fourth wall, because that's what She-Hulk does. Haha, see, it's like the comics. Haha. I'm going to tell you my origin. I'm a Hulk. It cuts to then the car scene that we've all been witness to with the clip trailer from last week, where she's busy trying to find out, is Steve Rogers a virgin? Did he have the snoo? I need to know because I'm a girl and I'm a catty bitch. Goes on, we see the crash happens. Meanwhile, during the whole thing, this stuff, look how smart I am. I eat Cheetos with a chopstick so I don't get Cheeto fingers. Anyway, while she's busy being a stupid catty bitch, down comes Spaceship. But I'm going to give them one quick credit. Almost forgot. I'm going to give them 1 point of, they basically gave us the reason. A lot of us were complaining, why hadn't Bruce hulked out during the crash that we saw? We were all saying, what's the reason for that? They gave us a reason. Bruce shows it. It's got a little thing on his arm that's keeping him in human form. So his right arm that he snapped the world with can heal up. Okay, gave its explanation. His Hulk is being suppressed by technology. All right, I buy that. So that's why when they're crashing, he doesn't Hulk out immediately to save the day. Fine. Well, crash happens. Oh, but Bruce is incapacitated. Jen rips off a door, has to pull him out. And now here comes, once again, a man can't help a woman. Not in the MCU. Not in this woke feminist world that we live in. No. In the original, she's in an accident and he donates blood to her, not knowing that his blood will turn her into a Hulk. Well, in this one, as we've already reported over and over again, she pulls him out, his blood gets in a cut on her arm, and boom, she hulks out and runs away, seemingly savage. Seemingly. We're going to come back to that. Jen comes to a little while later, near a roadside bar, manages to sneak inside, get into a bathroom, trying to clean herself up. Well, then at least I think 3 of them are women. I don't think one of them is. I think one of them has a twig and berries. And I'm going to say that. That's it. I think the big one's a dude. Oh, you can't say that. Well, I just did. Go F yourself. Anywho. And then then there's this line. Again, shows you what they care about in this show.
Who did this to you?
Are you okay?
Okay, no judgments, but whoever did this to you does not care about you.
You do not need him.
Or her.
Or them.
But
Him, her, them. Agenda? Stupid, woke, nonsense agenda put in there. Just shoved in there. Oh, it's just in there for half a second. The fact that it's in there at all means it's bad. Because remember, this is a comedy show on Disney Plus. Kids are supposed to probably watch this. Families are going to watch this. Oh, here comes your gender agenda. Them. Bullshit. You're full of shit, Disney Marvel. Remember, their not so secret agenda. Well, here it is. Not so secret, right in front of your eyes. This isn't fun. This isn't superheroes. This isn't comics. This isn't enjoyable at all. They don't care, as long as they make sure that you better respect them. No, here's what I say to you. Boo, 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 boo. That's what I say. Go to hell. And it only gets worse, because now while she's all dolled up, or they fix her up, they put her there, she's waiting outside. Jen's waiting outside for Bruce, I guess. Out come 3 dudes. Not necessarily, maybe only buzzed. They don't appear to be drunk. 1 black dude, two white dudes. They proceed to hit on her. She tries to rebuff them. I'm waiting for my ride. Oh, I think I see my boyfriend. In a way that is off-putting. Whereas, she could have just said, sorry, boys, I'm waiting for my boyfriend. Could have smiled. No. She has to play the victim right there. Has to play the victim. And these dudes, do they get a little pushy? Perhaps. As they move towards her, but they never lay a finger on her. They never touch her. Yet it's enough that she's threatened and angry because this happens.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
You with anyone?
I'm waiting for my ride.
What's your name?
I think my boyfriend's just...
Oh, come on. Where you going? Let us keep you
Hey,
company.
we're just being friendly.
Yeah, where you going?
So what, you too good to talk to us?
There, you just saw the exchange in full. Were they being, again, little pushy perhaps, but they weren't being aggressive. They weren't trying to lay hands on her, and they were merely trying to seemingly, to my perspective, trying to strike up a conversation with an attractive woman. That's all it was. But no, as you saw in that opening clip, she can't handle. She has to control her anger because men are bad, men are stupid. And then right away you see after she hulks out on them, this is that look at the emasculation there. Oh, they're holding each other because they're so afraid. Intersectionalist feminist agenda. There it is on display, guys. Look, the men are immediately reduced to grabbing one another because they're so afraid of a strong woman. Because that's essentially what that is. It is that. And you're going to learn later that Jen, she's not Savage Hulk there. She's not Savage She-Hulk. She's in complete control of herself. She can shift back and forth whenever she wants. She does that on purpose. That is done on purpose. Because she's an insufferable bitch. Oh no, men are finding me attractive. Can't have that. Oh no, men want to have it put attention on me. Can't have that. Although later in this series, we know she's going to go on Tinder and basically take over the male role and be the aggressively sexual one. We know that's coming. Bad when men are aggressive sexually because she's going to turn into the one who wants to get banged later. She's going to turn into that. It's going to be okay when she does it. But right here, oh, no. Men can't do that. Men can't say hi to a pretty girl anymore. F this show. F Marvel Disney. F it in the air. Oh, but we're not done yet. Jen wakes up suddenly, because you see in the end of that scene, she gets tackled by Bruce. It's really quick, because Bruce is now back to big old Hulk form. Well, miniature Hulk form, because he's not that big. Turns out, he drags her to Mexico real quickly fast. And we know they're in California, because we saw it in the early, I didn't show you, but she's got her University of California degree. So right away, we know we're in super far left central. So not that far to go to Mexico. So they go to Mexico. Turns out Bruce's little hangout in Mexico is something that Tony built for him during the blip, where he could get control of himself. Hey, everybody, now we learn what happened during the blip where he became Professor Hulk, or they call it Smart Hulk. Wow. There you go, guys. There's your explanation, guys. Bruce spent years in a tiny little lab underneath a house just learning to integrate his personalities. There you go. Anywho, he now proceeds to tell Jen that she has a responsibility. That she is now going to be a Hulk, just learn to control it. But not before telling her again how great her Hulk blood is.
I have been analyzing your blood, and the way it synthesized gamma, I was able to use it to completely heal my arm.
Oh. Because I'm better than you?
Let the continued destruction of Hulk begin. The rest of this episode is a constant demeaning of Hulk and Bruce Banner. A constant elevation and affirmation of how great Jennifer Walters is, how much better even her blood is. Because without her blood, he couldn't have healed his arm completely. Are you seeing this? How insufferably bad this is. Because now again, I mentioned it earlier, here begins the me portion of all of this. Because now we go through a couple of scenes. We're just going to skip right to here. We've seen this from the clips before where he's trying to test what's going to transform her. Because Bruce is under the assumption right here. He's playing under the idea that her transformation is going to be triggered by the usual rage, anger, aggression, fear. And he's trying to impart to her the knowledge of it took him 15 years to get a handle on this. And then to integrate his personalities. that she needs to understand what triggers her. She needs to be careful that her power, even when she's not raging, can still be destructive, and that, it means something. We'll go back to in a second. But the whole time with her, after she hulks out here and breaks out and starts bitching with him, and just to mention, now we're going to come back to it, the CGI is as bad as it was in the trailer. As bad as it was. She looks like shit. Her boobs look nice. I'll give her that. Her digital boobies look good. But the rest of her don't look that great. Especially the uncanny valley on the face. Anywho. Bruce tries to impart this wisdom to her. That you have a responsibility. That you have to take advantage of the fact that I have all this knowledge to impart to you. Trying to teach you this. That things are going to happen even if you don't want them to. You are going to have to be a superhero. Because you got a target on your back. But she keeps going, I just want to go back to my life. Just tell me what I need to do so I can just go back to my life. I just want to do this. I just want to do that. He's trying to tell her that it's not just about her anymore. That she's going to have a responsibility for everybody around her because of her abilities. Once they're revealed, think she will be a magnet. Doesn't matter. She will be a magnet for trouble. But no, it's all about Jen. And then he tries to say something important to her. Tries to tell her that it matters and it is meaningful when the world looks at you like a monster. Right there, you have a moment where we saw it across movies where Bruce hated the fact that the world looked at him as a monster when he was the Hulk. Not a hero, but a monster. Because when he lost control, whether it was on his own or whether induced by Wanda in Avengers 2, horrible things happened. But flippant Jen, oh, I'm better than you. I can control it. I'm okay. And then we go into a big old training sequence where now I'm going to train you to be the Hulk, because she tries to leave and he talks her into it. And there we've seen this stuff in the trailer, all the training shit, all the bullshit. And it only gets dumb because, and then you have moments like this. Again, this is supposed to be a comedy. I haven't laughed once. We're about 20 minutes in now of this 35-minute episode with a good, I would say 5 minutes of it, or 3 to 5 minutes of it are credits. I haven't laughed once. Not even a chuckle, not even a half smile. This is their attempt at comedy, again, to emasculate men. They think that's comedy. Ha 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 ha. Not funny. Not funny. None of this has been funny. But the feminists think this is hilarious. They think, oh, we're making fun of it. Man. No, it's not funny. It sure as hell ain't sexy. And that, oh, I'm looking at it here. Oh, that's CGI. That is dog shit. It's dog shit. Anyways. The training continues up to a point where, again, she's ready to leave, and he convinces her that, oh, hey, we can get drunk and not suffer being drunk. You can drink as much as you want because our metabolism is so great. So now, again, attempt at forced comedy. Oh, hey, let's have them drink and tell stories to each other, this and that. And now Bruce gets all sentimental about how basically he misses Tony. And that could have been a thing right there. Could have been a moment. But no, we're going to insert burping jokes. Now, I like me a good bit of toilet humor here and there. I'm an actual man. But the way they did this, it's not funny. I don't want to see girls burp. Sorry, ladies, I want to put you on a pedestal. And I want to think of you as prim, beautiful things that don't fart and don't burp. And I want to believe in that fantasy. Okay? But this is, they think, oh, I'm as good as a man. Oh, we're going to be burping with each other. No. And it's ruined. What could have been a nice poignant moment of good storytelling where we could have had a moment of, yeah, I miss my best friend, Tony. I miss my friend. He was a great guy. He believed in me when nobody else did. He believed I could control the big guy. Nope, we're going to burp. Anywho, Then we get to the big scene that I showed you at the start of the video.
So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
You've seen that in its entirety. That was the whole thing. I showed you the whole thing at the start of the video. And then they get into the argument of, you need to learn to control. And she goes, oh, no, look, I can control my anger. I can shift up and down. Look at me. Ain't I perfect? I want to go back to my life. I don't need this. We begin with the me shit again. It's all about Jen. Bruce continues to try and inform her what it means to have this kind of power. But nope, I just want to go back to my life. I don't need you to mansplain it to me. You shut up. You get out of my way. She storms off, tries to get in the car, and in a very stupid it really gets dumb here. It really gets dumb. Because he stands in her way, and she tries to drive through him. And then suddenly, you have the Hulk holding onto the hood of a Jeep. Oh, what am I going to do? And she stops, and she swerves, and he rolls off, and they keep yelling at each other. He tries to get through to her, but no, it's me. Only my life matters. Nothing else matters. Getting back to my life is all that matters. They start a fight. She hulks out and punches him to start a fight. She is the one that starts the fight. And it's comical. And anybody that says that this was a real fight, and I'm sure somebody out there does, I haven't looked at anything else yet because I go into this pure. I don't want anybody else's shit clouding my judgment before I watch and review this. But I'm sure somebody's saying, look, She-Hulk gave Hulk the best fight he's had. She went toe-to-toe with him. No. Anybody with a brain realizes that Bruce is massively holding back in this fight against her. At one point, he's got his hand on her head like you would a weak child, keeping them at arm's length. And it just gets dumber and dumber to a point that when he pulls out the Hulk Sonic Clap, one of the most signature moves Hulk can do. And she gets put on her ass, and she tries to do it, but and fails on the first clap, and he's like, ha, ha, ha. Is that all you got? And then she starts to do this. If you watch this scene, Bruce never actually slugs her. She gets to slug him, and they'll grapple a little bit. But he never actually lays a hand on her, because if he had, he might have broken her into pieces. Even though she's another Hulk, he's massively stronger than she is. He's the Incredible Hulk. Never actually punches her. He just stands there with all modern, current-day MCU stuff, lets the girl beat him up until they roll down the hill and break the bar. And then they are, oh, you broke the bar. And they're all sad, and he guilts her into building it. And then she breaks the fourth wall again, like we saw in the trailer. And again, it's all to emasculate, diminish Hulk. If you want to go back, that's fine. Oh, he doesn't really mean it. It's all to guilt him, all this kind of stuff. And she doesn't care about him. She doesn't care about anything but Jennifer. And I can't wait till this series goes on to be proven right about that. Because if it's here in the first episode, it's going to be throughout the rest of the series. Anyway, she finally leaves. And now we're back in the present where she's off to court. And we get to court, and everybody except her best friend is giving her the stink eye of, oh, you can't hack it. You can't do this. And right as she's about to give her closing argument, oh, we've seen this in the trailer again. Here comes Titania. She's going to burst through, doesn't even say anything, really. And everybody's running in fear, and her friend's like, you need to Hulk out. You got to do it. You got to Hulk out. And Jen hulks out, and now everybody sees she see Hulk, and in really a pathetic fight, it's literally 2 seconds. We've seen it all in the trailer. She wins the fight. Titania's knocked out, and there you go. I'm ready. I'm She-Hulk, attorney at law. And she goes back to Jen. I'm ready to give my closing argument. Credits. There's your show. Never laughed once. She-Hulk's the best at everything. In her first supervillain fight, she wins with a single punch, and everybody's in awe. And then, well, after the credits are all over, this happens.
Steve Rogers is not a virgin. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943 on the USO tour.
Yes, I knew it.
Why? Why beat that pathetic attempt at a joke into the ground? Because that's what these people think is humor. Let's make sex jokes. Let's make Captain America the butt of another joke. Until revealed, oh, he had sex. You know, we all kind of probably figured that out. And last we heard, he isn't dead. He's just old man Steve, after living in a different timeline, came back to this timeline from the exact moment he left and lived the life in another timeline. And probably did all his hero stuff in that one. Now, I've made that argument before. Where's the joke? Where's the funny? Who cares? This is supposed to be a comedy. I haven't laughed once this entire time. I laugh at my own jokes because, you know, Whammons Bingo, that's funny. I find that funny. But this isn't funny. Who is this made for? The woke feminist crowd? If it is, enjoy your crashing ratings. I can't wait till the ratings come out on this one or the attempted ratings. How many minutes viewed? That bullshit. Because that's not really a good metric. And I hear there's a review bombing going on. But I've also heard that it's more positive than the negative. There's more. This show is trash. It is woke feminist agenda trash. And it's only going to get worse as they masculinize her in terms of her actions and thoughts. She's going to become the sexually aggressive one. She's the one who's going to want to be this and that. Look how pretty I am. When before it was, when she gives that big statement about how she hates all that stuff, but then she's going to embrace it suddenly because she's tall and statuesque. Now, are they going to actually tell a proper story surrounding that? I don't know. Probably not. They're going to continue bad fourth wall breaking. They're going to continue bad CGI. The CGI is shit. That was shit. You saw some frames of it. It looks terrible. Oh, they'll fix it by the time the show comes out. No, they didn't fix it because it was in the can. It was done. That was it. That was the real deal. It looks like shit. The uncanny valley on the face doesn't change. It looks bad. It was an emasculation of Bruce Banner's Hulk. She was great at everything. She picks it up so quickly. Even her blood is better than his blood. His blood is just an infection, but her blood is a cure-all. 7 more weeks of this. I think there's 8 episodes. Buckle up. This ride ain't over yet. See you at the next review. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therennerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.